I want to talk about what you need to do in order to be a successful trader. Let me share more details with you right now. Hi traders, it's Andrew Mitchem here from the Forex Trading Coach. Today is Friday the 20th of June and I want to talk about some of the really key ingredients that you need to have in place within your trading and within your whole approach to your trading in order to ensure long-term success as a Forex trader. So the important thing to remember is if you're fairly new to trading, don't rush it. You know, a lot of people suddenly become really excited by trading and they rush into it and they want to suddenly become Forex experts and professional traders and fund managers, and you know, they want to suddenly give up their job and become a full-time trader, when realistically they probably not even made money on a demo account. So it's really important that you don't rush it, because obviously it's put out there on the internet to be such an exciting, fast-paced, easy way to make money type of business, and realistically it's not. You know, it takes hard work and dedication like anything else that's good in life. So my advice there is don't rush things. You know, take your time and go through the whole process as you would with any other business that you're starting into, or any other hobby or whatever it might be that you join. You know, you start slowly and you work your way up. No different to Forex trading. So take your time and be consistent with what you do. The other thing is, don't chop and change systems, and it's a thing that almost everybody would have done. I used to do it when I started trading so much of the time, and I know it's a big common issue and mistake and problem that so many people get into, you know, because they try rushing things and a system that they try doesn't work instantly, or it works and then it doesn't, you know, for the next several weeks after. People are very quick to jump on the next latest, greatest, holy grail type of system, or they have a system that they've been given or they purchased or they've invented themselves, and they then start tinkering with it and optimizing it and adding more indicators and, you know, changing things. And realistically, if you have a good solid strategy and system in place, you don't need to, or you shouldn't need to change it, providing it makes sense to you. Now that leads on to the next thing. Whatever system or strategy you use, whether you want to become a technical trader, a fundamental trader, a combination of both, you use a mechanical system, whether you use my system, someone else's system, your own system, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It needs to work for you, and you need to feel comfortable with it. You see, a lot of people will say, you know, technical trading doesn't work. Other people say fundamental trading doesn't work. Yet there's people on both sides of the fence that make it work perfectly, adequately. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with either approach. There's nothing wrong with combining the approaches. And so people that say that one or the other doesn't work all the time is, you know, it's just nonsense, because it does for some people. I just happen to personally choose to be a technical trader. It doesn't mean to say that fundamentals don't work. It means that fundamentals are not what suits me. And so it's important to have a system that actually suits your personality. So that's another really important point. And just because someone's selling a system that happens to be all about news trading doesn't mean to say it's going to work for you. I might be selling a system that's all about technical trading. It doesn't mean to say it's going to suit everybody. You know, it's what suits the individual. And also, you need to have a system that works at the time of day that suits you, on the type of time frame that suits you. So, for instance, if you're the person that loves just, you know, some fast-paced action and you just like to trade a couple of hours a day, then you need to be on the shorter time frame charts. However, if you're the sort of person that likes to just, you know, have a more, I suppose, relaxed approach to your trading, then you're probably more suited to the longer time frame charts. If you have other work commitments or family commitments, then maybe the short time frames don't suit you. All they could do, but if you're willing to or able to spend just an hour or two per day. Likewise, if you have a lot of other commitments, maybe 4-hourly charts or daily charts or weekly charts are what suits you. So it's important not for me to tell you what suits you. It's important for you to figure that out for yourself. And again, with currency pairs, you know, some people like looking at a huge number of currency pairs. Others just like looking at one pair. And I've got a client in particular who I have a lot of contact with, just trades the euro yen only, nothing else. Myself, I look at all currency pairs. And again, there's nothing wrong with looking at just one, or there's nothing wrong with looking at a lot of them. Again, it's what suits you. And and it's what you feel comfortable with, what makes logical sense to you, what you can make money, with that type of approach that suits your personality. So it's really important that you understand what suits you and don't let someone else tell you what's right or wrong. The other thing that's really important, of course, is to have very low risk per trade. It doesn't matter what type of style of trader you are, low risk is really important, as are high returns from trade. So a high reward to risk trading scenario, in my opinion, is one of the most important things that you can have as well. So put all that together, have a plan in place, stick to your plan, and it will work over time. It's not going to work every day or every trade or every week, but over time you will have a very profitable system. I know that because that's what I have in place. Not every day or every week am I making money, but overall making really good money from a system that, in my opinion, is a logical system, makes a lot of sense to me. It suits my trading personality, and I have so many clients from, right now 48 countries around the world that are making money from trading the same system. So you kind of think it's got to work there for enough people. Other thing that I want to mention, just briefly behind me here, you might see over my left shoulder, right as you're looking at screen, I've got a brand new website that's been developed. It was the same domain name, but just a new look website. So by the time you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, that should be live. And the last thing I want to mention, I met up with a client last week when I was down in the beautiful Queenstown down in the South Island. And again, as a side issue, it means you can trade from anywhere in the world, just need your laptop and an internet connection. So I was down there, traded Monday and Tuesday from down there, did a bit of skiing with the family at the weekend, and met up with a client. First time I've actually met him, and his results over the last few weeks were, since he's been live, 2%, 5% and 1% in the last 3 weeks. So 8% gain on a live account in the last 3 weeks just shows what can be done. He's adapted my system to suit him in terms of the time frames that he's trading and the risk approach, etc. And it just goes to show 8% in 3 weeks. What a great start to live trading that is. So it can be done. You just need the strategy in place, the system in place, and stick to it. It sounds very easy. Of course, it's harder to do in reality, but honestly, that's the way to do it. It's having a methodical plan and actually being quite boring about your trading, doing the same thing over and over and over again, because if it works, why change it? So I hope that really helps you. This is Andrew Mitchem from the Forex Trading Coach. Have a fantastic weekend. I'm off to watch the fantastic, great, amazing All Blacks, the New Zealand rugby team tomorrow, the most successful sports team in the world. And so they're playing England tomorrow in my local town of Hamilton. So hopefully that will be a 3-0 series win to the great All Blacks. You'll find out this time next week if they win, and pretty certain that they will. They're a very high probability team. So have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you this time next week.